Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most electrifying news experience you've ever witnessed. I'm not here to waste your time with pleasantries. I'm here to dive straight into the heart of the action, the buzz, and the drama unfolding in the world of basketball. First up, the Washington Wizards are on the edge of their seats as the seasoned players express deep concern for Jordan Poole's recent struggles. Is the former Golden State Warriors star feeling the pressure, or is this just a temporary setback? Stay tuned as we unravel the intricate dynamics within the Wizards roster and discover what's really going on in the mind of Jordan Poole. But that's not all, folks. We've got the one and only Stephen Curry, the maestro of the three-point line, revealing his dream trio from the NBA's golden eras. Can you guess who he picked to share the court with? Brace yourselves for the unexpected as Curry spills the beans on the three legends he'd choose and why these choices could redefine the game as we know it. And if that's not enough to keep you on the edge of your seat, we've got a court controversy. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics takes center stage as he calls out the conditions of the NBA preseason tournament's court. Are the players risking their health for a chance at glory, or is this just a minor hiccup in the road to victory? The drama unfolds, and you won't want to miss a second of it. The Washington Wizards' most experienced players are worried about Jordan Poole. After all, the former Golden State Warriors player is not having a good time for the franchise. In 12 games, he averaged 15.5 points and 3.7 assists, in addition to 27.8% from the perimeter. In the last game, in fact, he had his worst performance, with just 8 points, 5 errors, and 2 out of 11 shots. Point guard Tyus Jones then came to his teammates' defense. In an interview, the experienced player commented on the pressure Poole puts himself under and said he was worried about his teammate. "I think he's putting too much pressure on himself," Jones said. "But it comes from someone who wants to be great and wants to be successful, wants to play well not just for himself, but for his teammates, for the city, for the organization. It will resolve itself. He's going to be fine," he added. Jones' comment sparked a reaction from Kyle Kuzma. On X, formerly Twitter, the 2020 NBA champion agreed with his teammate, with a 100% emoji. Despite players' concerns, Jordan Poole is happy at the Wizards. After all, in an interview with journalist Jake Fisher from the Yahoo Sports, the point guard commented on his new moment in the NBA, which is to lead his own. Something, in fact, different from what he had at the Warriors, his former team. "I always wanted to be the owner of my own team," admitted the athlete. "So I have no reason to be sad. I got what I wanted, even at a very young age. So it is a blessing. And on top of that, I was able to learn how to lead by being around some of the best guys in this league. In other words, I have nothing to complain about." The player, however, understands that he is going through a moment of transition. After all, he now occupies a role he never had before. But it is clear that for the franchise it is a new moment. It's been a smooth transition. It is a construction that comes from scratch. So, we need to be patient. It's a different situation than I was in. At Warriors, I fit the mold that existed. After all, everything was already built before me. At the Washington Wizards, it's different. "It's all new for me, and I think for them too," explained the 24-year-old player. Happiness is also added to the shipowner's confidence. A day before the start of the season, Poole commented that he is the right player to lead the Wizards. Despite the current situation, it is a fact that the young man has the personality to recover. "I feel like I'm the right player to lead this team. I have the personality, the authentic spirit, the positive energy, and I am fearless on the court. Above all, I want to be the symbol of the franchise. I'm committed to this team because not only am I here, I want to stay in Washington, fill our gym, and live with the fans," said the point guard in an interview with the website The Ringer. Stephen Curry revealed which three legends from NBA history he would most like to play with in his career. In an interview with the Dubs Talk podcast, the star spoke about which athletes best match his style of play and, therefore, would form great pairs with him. The number 30 chose two stars from the 80s and 90s, as well as one of the biggest names in the league in the 2000s. It's worth remembering that Curry has already shared the court with many names that should be in the NBA Hall of Fame. After all, he has already played alongside names like, for example, Kevin Durant. Additionally, he also plays with longtime teammates Klay Thompson and Draymond. But now he is alongside Chris Paul, signed by the Golden State Warriors for the 2023-24 season. It's very difficult to choose just three guys, but I think I would start with Michael Jordan. And finally, I think I would also choose Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal, said the point guard. "These three guys are the most absurd to me. I think Jordan is someone everyone would choose. Just being by his side on a team would be charming. He's the type of player that, in addition to wanting to play alongside, I'd love to see up close. He was, above all, fantastic, praised the star. And I think Hakeem and Shaq would be just because of the fit. It's obvious that they are spectacular, just like Jordan. However, it's scary to think about a pick-and-roll being played with me and one of these two. They were very dominant, so they would be playing styles that combine very well. I'm a shooter, and they dominate in the paint, almost impossible to contain, he explained. After choosing the 3 NBA legends he would like to play alongside, Stephen Curry was asked what he would add to his game if he could, and historic players were involved. After all, would he rather be dominant like O'Neal or adopt Jordan's movements, dribbling, and footwork? There are only impossible questions today, joked the star. But I think I would choose Shaq's physical dominance. Our playing styles are totally different. So it would be cool to have this new perspective on the game. Throw several dunks, dominate with size and strength. We are antitheses on the court, so I choose Shaquille O'Neal, he said. I've dunked a few times. But imagine having the ability to dunk like he did. I think he knew that if he had some space, almost no one would be able to stop him in the bottle. So, it would be fun to break some tables every now and then, joked the number 30. In fact, a little-known fact is that Curry and O'Neal have already faced each other in an NBA game. In a duel valid for the 2009-10 season, a freshman point guard was defeated by the veteran center in a match between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors. Today, a commentator for TNT, the 4-time league champion, has already defined Curry as his favorite player. The Boston Celtics beat the Toronto Raptors in the NBA Cup on Friday, but Jaylen Brown may have suffered an injury during the game. The star slipped twice on the court during the final minute of the match. Then, in an interview, he criticized the paintings that characterize a game in the inter-season tournament. I slipped and may have strained my groin a little. We will see. The court was slippery the entire game. As athletes, we are all here for the NBA Cup because it will generate revenue, excitement, competition, etc. But we have to make sure the surface is safe to play on, he said to the number 7 after the game. The new tournament promises a generous prize of $500,000 for the winning team. However, the excitement surrounding the tournament is now marred by players' dissatisfaction with court conditions. At first, the discomfort was visual. But Jaylen Brown's revelation about the NBA Cup courts raises another issue. As vice president of the Players' Union, Brown emphasized the importance of ensuring the floors are safe for competition. They can't put the players in there and risk their health. Tonight he would say the word was unacceptable. Guys were sliding all over the place. It wasn't just me, he added. Additionally, Raptors' Precious Achiuwa also spoke about the new court. Then, the pivot admitted that he also slipped during the game. I just want to play basketball. But at the same time, I'm not trying to hurt myself, he said. The problem appears to extend beyond the Celtics, as Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic criticized conditions at the home of the New Orleans Pelicans. The Slovenian described the surface as very bad and emphasized the need for stability. It was really slippery. In some places, the ball didn't bounce properly. If we're going to have these courts, we have to make sure it's a stable court so we can play on it, Doncic said. Complaints about court conditions are not isolated incidents, raising concerns about overall safety at the tournament. The NBA Cup has already had 4 group stage rounds. So, if the complaints persist, it may raise doubts for the decisive party. The interseason tournament is scheduled to end on December 9th in Las Vegas. However, the league faces the challenge of ensuring that the tournament's legacy is not overshadowed by player complaints regarding court safety. And thus, we conclude our round of news for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any NBA news. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well, as we provide updates throughout the day over there. Now, at the end, YouTube will be recommending some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.